Hey hotties, let's do part 2. So from the time that I was 8 until the time that I was like 13, everything was pretty good. Man, we got outside, we rode our bicycles, we built clubhouses, you name it. We was all over the neighborhood. In the summertime, we would go to the pool, be dropped off, then we could be picked back up. Like, it was a wonderful time to be a child. Besides my grandpa got probation because he was a nasty man, and I was conditioned to get over it. I don't know that they ever said to him, why would you do something like that? That is not right. You should not be doing these things. But what I got was from that part of the family anyways. My grandma would ask me, did I want to talk about it or whatever, but counseling wasn't really a thing back then. If it was, we couldn't afford it. And, you know, it was just me and my grandma. I can literally remember times where I ate ketchup sandwiches. I really don't know what she ate. Maybe some greens or cornbread. I didn't eat those things, though. And then whenever she finally got her disability going, it got easier for us. But my aunt would take things from her refrigerator and bring to us. I remember one time being so excited that I got to have a ham and cheese sandwich. I was just over the moon. We didn't get a lot of junk food, you know, at that time. And then also because my grandma raised me and went on to adopt me, like, it was me and her 100% of the time. And then sometimes when Tyler was born, it was me, Tyler, and Mama. From the time, I don't know, I was like 12, you know, he just always wanted to be with us, and she wanted him with us. Let's just face the facts. And then sometimes my brothers would come to stay, whether it be for the weekend, for 3 months, just however my mom was acting, you know. But my youngest brother did have his grandma and his dad, so, you know, Mama just drug my middle brother around. I mean, it was crazy. And I always wondered, why did she not love me like she did them? But what I didn't understand was she was actually protecting me. And she knew that I should be with my grandmother. And she knew that that was the best life for me. So I get it now, but I did not understand that when I was a little child. And, yeah, do y'all remember the good old days talking on the phone? Man, I remember going from the swirly cord phone. Man, we got them cordless phones. And we was always probably 3 steps behind, because we was severely poor. But I remember getting our first cordless phone. And man, that thing was enormous and heavy, and it had a antenna that went from here halfway to the moon. But we was styling and profiling, okay? And just listening to the radio, just all the good things, you know, things that our kids don't really do. But anyways, it gets better going forward, because I'm already thinking I'm grown by the time I've turned 14, out here making all the mistakes. But one time I did go spend the night with my mom, and she lived in a little bit bigger city. She always was moving. And so I remember finding her stash, Puff the Magic Dragon. And so I took me a little bit, and me and my girlfriend, her name was Becky, I went over and spent the night with her, and we waited till her mom and dad went to sleep. And at this time, I was like 12, 13, just so young. And I had no idea what we were doing. So what we done was we got a brown garbage bag. Not garbage bag, you know, brown garbage sack. And I just laid it in there. I didn't do nothing but really just spread it down through there. I didn't break it up. I didn't do nothing. And y'all, we called some of our friends. They was boys, but they was our friends. And we laughed, and they was like, this is dumb. Y'all are being dumb. And so that's when everything starts to change. My mama didn't know that I had gotten into it. I didn't know what it was. I knew she smoked it. She told me this story about one time we was driving in the car and they lit one up. And I was always taught that it was bad. You don't do it. It's the devil. And so what I did was I put my feet on the back of her seat and put my hands through her hair on both sides. And I just started pulling. I was so angry because I just didn't want her to be doing it. Y'all, I got it for that one. I got it for that one. I don't even remember what I was doing with her that day. But anyways, I didn't want her being bad, you know. So, yeah, she said, pull this car over. Pull this car over. And she was like this because I had a hold of both hands just wrapped in her hair. And I had my feet on the back of that seat. That was crazy. But anyways, stay tuned for part 3. It starts getting crazy here.